Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna be replacing the valve cover gasket. This is a 4-cylinder, so pretty straightforward. Let's do it. All right, first we wanna do is take off our engine cover, 2 10mm nuts. That'll come right off. Now we have our ignition coils. A lot of times these like to break when you pinch on them, just like that. That's a prime example. So what we're gonna do is use a pick instead. So let me zoom you in a little. These are actually all broken except one. This one right here. It's okay if they are broken. They're not gonna come out. They're nice and solid in there. But to prevent breakage, we take our angled pick and put it in the front and pull up. You can also get it underneath here and pull up. But it's when you pinch on the back here, that's when they like to break. So we'll do that real quick with this one. Just pull up on the front, push that whole connector back, just like that. But these are already broken, so just pull. 10mm bolts for our coils. To get our coils out, we'll just twist them and pull up. For this electrical harness, we can either remove it right here from this bracket or just remove the whole bracket, whichever is easiest. To get it off the bracket, there's a little tab here. You pull up and the whole thing slides off. So that's not too bad. Or 10mm. Then we have this electrical connector in the back. You just pinch and pull off. There we go. That just releases some of this. We also have a little connector here in the front, 10mm to get that bracket. And then this connector here, that's a pinch and pull. Sometimes my fingers don't like to pinch. You can use a pair of pliers if you need to. There we go. And that will get our harness just out of the way enough, and that's it. So now let's go ahead. We got this little hose back here. Let me get a little different angle. A pair of pliers or your fingers, whichever works. Pinch and pull off. We might need a screwdriver. Just a flat screwdriver, just to give it some persuasion. Just push it off. Come on, buddy. There we go. As these engines get old, some of these hoses get a little brittle. We got this one here. Same thing, we're just gonna pull it off. Perfect. And this harness here is held on with a bracket, another 10mm. Okay, that can all move out of the way when the time comes. Now we just have a series of 10mm bolts all the way around and 2 in the middle. So now on our cover, we can pull up. Sometimes we might need a little screwdriver. They give you a spot right here just to pop up on. There we go. I'll just keep pulling up. Got this back side we can pull up on. You drop this back down a little. Pop up this back side. There we go. All right, perfect. To prep the head, we just want to take a clean rag and we'll just wipe our surface. It shouldn't take a scraper. You just want to wipe it off, make it good and clean. And then when we wipe, we're gonna wipe from the inside outward. So if there's any grit, it doesn't get in our engine. We'll just do that all the way around. Now there's 2 spots in the front where the timing cover and the head meet. There's a little seam and you'll notice some RTV. You wanna get that RTV off. A lot of times it just comes off with your fingers. If you need, you can use a plastic scraper. So it looks just like a regular scraper, but with a plastic blade. And that'll scrape off. You don't have to get 100%. If a little bit's left behind, that's okay. RTV will stick to itself. We just want it as flat as possible. Once we got it all wiped down, we'll take a fresh rag and a little bit of brake clean. Get it on our rag. And then right where that RTV was, we're gonna wipe that off. We want it to be oil-free for our new RTV. That's it. Let's go prep the valve cover. On our valve cover, we just want to remove our old gasket. You can pull up from here. Sometimes it's really brittle and wants to break inside the channel. Then you can use an angled pick, just pick it out. This is still pretty okay. Oh, that one broke. Use my pick, get in there. Even where our 2 bolts go, that's part of the gasket, so we want to make sure that comes off. That's pretty much it. We could take some compressed air and just blow out our channels, or take a rag, put it in the channel and just wipe all the way around. Either method works. Some people ask, do I need some kind of sealant for the gasket? The answer is no. These are rubber gaskets. They just fit right in. They seal on their own, so they don't need anything extra to help it seal. So we'll take our gasket, lay it on, and just press it in. Now on our valve cover, right where that RTV is gonna go on the engine side, we're gonna make sure that's clean. Just a little bit of brake clean. We're gonna wipe off this whole section just to make sure it sticks. Let's install it. So just in that seam, we're gonna put a little RTV. Just takes a dab. When the valve cover gets set on, it'll squish it out and fill in that gap. Do the same to the back. Just about a pea size is all you need. We'll take our valve cover and just carefully set it in. Want to make sure the gasket doesn't snag on anything. I find it easiest to go in this backside first and then the front. There we go, that's it. Make sure nothing's snagged underneath it. Feed in our bolts. The long ones go in the middle. And just a side note, you want to put the valve cover on when the RTV is still wet. You don't want it to set up. Just put it on wet, torque it down wet. We'll just snug these down. So I don't have the tightening pattern. I couldn't find it. I know there is one, but at least I have the torque specs. So our outer perimeter bolts are all 8 foot-pounds and our 2 inner are 10 foot-pounds. So I'm just gonna start in the middle here and do kind of a crisscross pattern. So 8 foot-pounds for these. And then 10 for these. Now we'll install our ignition coils. If it's time to do spark plugs, now would be the perfect time. So on our ignition coils, we're just gonna put a little dielectric grease just right on the top. You can get little packets from the auto parts store, but just a little. That's gonna act as a lubricant over our spark plugs, so these come out easier in the future. We'll just do that to all of them. Put the bolts in. Just make sure the connector's not underneath it when you tighten it down. We'll snug these down. They don't have to be too tight, just good and snug. We'll plug these in. This one will be the only one that snaps. There we go. We could put our hose on and get the pliers. And I like putting the clamp right back where it was. Got this little bolt here, just snug. Got this hose here. Let's put it on. Got this connector back here. Got this bracket. Snug. This bracket down here. Snug. And the last electrical connector. I think that is it. Just double check. Looks good. Wipe your valve cover off really good so we can make sure we don't have any leaks in the future. And that's it. Should just slide on. And you're done. All in all, pretty straightforward. We just want to start it up, let it run for a little while, make sure we don't have any new leaks, make sure our old leak is taken care of. Other than that, you're good to go. I have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. See you on the next one.